enlightened Buddha?
Yes, of course you can say that. Buddha here does not mean Gautam Buddha. Buddha here means anybody who has an idea, somebody who...
అతను సాధారణ సినీ దర్శకుడు. బుద్ధ అయిన ట్రాఫిక్ జామ్ అనే సినిమాతో బాలీవుడ్ లో ప్రకంపనలు సృష్టించిన సృజనశీలి.
Corruption is an economic stimulant, a catalyst for growth. So that's why I say corruption is good. For the economy, corruption is like tonic.
Sir, don't you think it's time to change this tonic?
Okay, Mr. Pandit, if you're so confident.
అంతర్జాతీయ స్థాయిలో ఎన్నో అవార్డులు సాధించిన ఈ చిత్రాన్ని కోట్లాది మంది ఆదరించారు, వేలాది మంది తిరస్కరించారు కూడా. అయితే తనను వ్యతిరేకించిన వాళ్ళందరికీ ధీటైన సమాధానం ఇవ్వడమే కాదు, దేశ విచ్ఛిన్నకర శక్తుల కుట్రల్ని భగ్నం చేస్తూ ముందుకు సాగుతున్నారు ఆయన.
और तुमने पूरा 40-45 यूनिवर्सिटी में घूम के सब समझा, कैंपस पॉलिटिक्स, स्टूडेंट पॉलिटिक्स, तो ये एक्सपीरियंसेस को एक बुक में क्यों नहीं लिखता. लेकिन जब मैंने बुक लिखना शुरू किया तो मैंने ये रियलाइज़ किया कि सिर्फ मेरे ही एक्सपीरियंसेस की बात नहीं थी, इसमें इतने सारे लोगों से मेरी मुलाकात हुई, इतनी सारी स्टोरीज़ हैं अबाउट इंडिया, अबाउट स्टूडेंट्स, अबाउट द यूथ, अबाउट द फ्यूचर ऑफ दिस कंट्री. सो करते करते धीरे धीरे इट स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग अ बुक अबाउट इंडिया. And today it stands as my understanding of India, जो मैंने जिस तरह से इंडिया को समझा है.
ఇప్పుడు దేశద్రోహుల కుయుక్తులను పటాపంచలు చేస్తూ క్షేత్రస్థాయిలో పరిస్థితులపై తన అనుభవాన్ని అక్షరీకృతం చేసి అర్బన్ నక్సల్స్ అనే పుస్తకాన్ని రచించారు. జాతీయవాదుల మన్ననలు అందుకుంటున్నారు. ఆయనే అవార్డ్ విన్నింగ్ ఫిల్మ్ మేకర్, నేషనలిస్ట్, యాక్టివిస్ట్ వివేక్ అగ్నిహోత్రి. సంచలనాత్మకమైన ఫిల్మ్ మేకర్ వివేక్ అగ్నిహోత్రి గారు ప్రస్తుతం భారత్ టుడే స్టూడియోలో ఉన్నారు. వారితో మాట్లాడదాం. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ లెట్ మీ స్టార్ట్ విత్ యువర్ బుక్ అర్బన్ నక్సల్స్. The title itself very interesting actually. Naxals means, I mean, they live in forests and they fight against the state and
of the world.
And you mentioned like urban Naxals. Is there any special reason behind the title?
Okay, so I have to, you have to understand how it actually works. When somebody went and told Bush that the entire war, this terrorist war, IS war, Taliban at that time, the man who runs it, he rides a donkey and lives in a cave. Isn't it? Afghanistan में कि घोड़े गधे पे चलते हैं और गुफा में रहते हैं. तो he laughed and he said they can never ever fight us. What Bush failed to understand that the modern wars are 4G wars. So they are not going to be fought with people on the street with arms and all that. So these are invisible enemies, okay, who operate in cities. They are engineers, they are doctors, they are professors, they are journalists, they are scientists, they are in all walks of life. And these are the people who basically are waging a war against the Indian society and Hindu culture in particular, and they want to break the nation. So जो नक्सल जंगल में हैं वो बंदूकों से एक्सटॉर्ट करते हैं और पैसे लेते हैं, and to my understanding that amounts to 11,000 crore rupees per annum. वो जो पैसा है उससे शहरों में ये जो इनविजिबल एनिमीज हैं, जो सिस्टम के अंदर है, जो आपके आसपास कहीं भी हो सकते हैं, ये लोग जो हैं देश के अगेंस्ट एक वॉर लड़ रहे हैं. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई कॉल देम अर्बन नक्सल्स, क्योंकि ऑब्जेक्टिव तो एक ही है. भाई देखिए, मर्डरर चाहे जंगल में हो चाहे शहर में हो, तो अगर समझिए कोई जंगल का मर्डरर है, एवरीबडी सेज रूरल मर्डरर, लेकिन अगर शहर में उसी का भाई किसी का खून करने आ गया है तो वील हैव टू कॉल हिम अर्बन मर्डरर और नॉट. तो सिमिलरली दीज आर अर्बन नक्सल्स.
Yes, in your book, I mean, the first chapter is itself fascist Brahman, go back. And then
you bloody Brahman.
You ended up with victory of Buddha.
Yeah.
Can I put like this, the journey of Vivek Agnihotri from a Brahman to enlightened Buddha?
Yes, of course you can say that. Buddha here does not mean Gautam Buddha. Buddha here means anybody who has an idea, somebody who has found a solution to a problem, somebody who got enlightened on his way, which can be anybody, which can be a 10-year-old child, which can be a management person, a salesman, a scientist. You get stuck in problem. And then you find your Buddha. Suppose you have to do a news report and you're not finding how to do it, and suddenly you get an idea, which is the correct idea. So you have found your Buddha. So in that way, I was also confused like most of the leftists. I was also had become anti-India, anti-Hindu. I always wanted a breakup of society, and I was working and living with those people in the ecosystem. Then slowly with this film and this journey, I experienced India in a new way. I rediscovered India, Hindu culture, the concept of acceptance, the way we live in harmony, the family system, the agriculture and its relationship village. So I saw India in a different light, and I found that we actually are the strongest society in the world. And instead of celebrating it when you have such great strengths, it's like you have Himalayas and you go and celebrate Alps, and you say why we are not like Alps. When you already have Himalaya, you don't have to look out. So that's why I say I have found my Buddha. I rediscovered the mountain called India, the Himalayan magnitude of our greatness. And I said, now I have to make it a mission of my life to ensure that more people celebrate India, its culture, its heritage and its wisdom.
Okay, in India you said the same, and in your movie also there is a one dialogue, I think, two Indias we have.
Yeah, yeah.
Two Indias we have, and the two perspectives, two narratives. You have to be either in this side or that side. Either you be a journalist or be a filmmaker or be some other field. You have to be in one side.
Yeah.
How do you feel that? Like, is this not a splitting the country?
No. I'll tell you what. This is the greatness. Okay. If you look at all philosophies of the world, Ardhanarishwar. What is Ardhanarishwar? Right? You are half human and half animal.
Okay.
In Japanese, and it's an Indian concept, because when Buddhism traveled from India, it reached Japan, it became Zen. From here it went to China. China, they don't have dha word, dhyan. The entire Buddhism depends on dhyan. They don't have word dha. So it became Chen. The Buddhism they practice in China is called Chen. Then from China they traveled and it reached Japan. In Japan they don't have a word cha, so it became za. So it became Zen. So basically everybody is talking about dhyan. You understand? And in Zen they talk about yin and yang. They say you can be complete only when the feminine side of yours yin and the masculine side the yang. Both of them are balanced. Similarly, inside us there are negatives and positive thoughts. You can't live with negative thoughts also. They are very crucial. They are very important for life. You know, like if you don't feel jealous, then you won't like to protect anything. If you are not insecure, then you will never ever defend anything. Right? So you need both. You need empathy also. At the same time, you have to be cruel also. If you read Ramayana, if you read Mahabharata, you read Gita, it is full of both. Out of that, you have to choose your karma and your dharma. Right? You have to find the purpose of your life. What is the purpose of your life? And only after that balance, that's why I said there are two Indias. There is India at one, I mean in a very political terms, if one I have to talk, I'll say there is India and there is Bharat. There is Ravan and there is Ram. I'm not saying which one is Ravan and which is Ram. That's for you to decide.
Okay. And I'm following you since so long. Wherever you go, in Jadavpur University, JNU, HU, wherever it may be, you have got rejections, at the same time acceptance. Some people have accepted you wholeheartedly. Some people have rejected you, and some people, some student unions or some of a group of students are shouting slogans Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Some of the students are shouting Azadi.
Yeah.
So Vivek ji, I mean, do you think how can you make them accept you?
See, the biggest mistake we human beings make is we want universal acceptance from people. That's not the purpose of life. We should universally accept everything, and we should also be rejected by lots of people. and from the bottom of my heart. So in that way, I want to celebrate human excellence, human power. So my heart fills with gratitude the way people have loved me, given me support, and they really do such brilliant, wonderful. Yesterday I saw young girl taking photographs. Why she has to do that? So there are a lot of people who are giving me a lot of love. They are giving me a lot of knowledge. They are giving me a lot of wisdom about this great culture. At the same time, a lot of people are rejecting me, attacking me, and I am actually more thankful to them. I am thankful to them, and if you follow me on Twitter and social media, you will see I engage with trolls more than I engage with my supporters. I engage with the trolls even if they have one follower or they are nobodies, I don't care. The reason I engage is not because I need to talk to them. I engage because whatever is their thought, when I reply to that, it keeps reminding me all the times that I should not sway from my commitment.
Okay.
Because when you want to achieve something in this world, when you want to do something good, lot of people don't want you to do that. They have political agenda, they have vested interest. Obviously, if I am going to attack all these so-called intellectuals and left-wing elites of this country, they are all beneficiaries of Congress corruption. So when I talk about them, they don't want me to win that race. They don't want my voice to be heard. That's why I thank them so much. If they are not there, I'll become complacent. I'll say, okay, fine, everybody is accepting me, it's over. Right? So my journey cannot stop at this book.
Yes.
Now I have moved on. Now I am into a different subject altogether.
Yes.
I am investigating and probing. I have just finished a film called The Tashkent Files. So I am discovering, I am probing the mysterious death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, our second Pujaniya Prime Minister.
Yes.
But it's not only about that. We are going to come with a much larger conspiracy. So that wouldn't have happened if people had not rejected me.
When can we expect that Tashkent Files?
I want to release it in the week of his Janam Tithi, which is 2nd of October this year.
Oh, wonderful. And one more thing. The place where I came from, I belongs to a Karimnagar district. It's a North Telangana region that is totally impacted by the Naxal movement.
I know
at
that.
time.
Yeah.
When I was a child, when I was in school, I used to see the people admiring Naxalism and Naxal, and they used to get instant justice in 1 day or 2 days. They used to get justice.
Yeah.
And how can you say that is dangerous to the country?
That's exactly what I used to think when I was in college. You know, when I was a student, that's exactly what I thought. And I joined the movement and I said, okay. Now that is very fascinating to a young 16, 17-year-old boy. Okay, he doesn't like his parents stop him. They don't let him go out at night. They say, become this, become that. Society, teacher, everybody is telling you, don't do this. At that age, you are very vulnerable. And their strategy is to catch hold of these young students. And revolution is a very romantic thing. I mean, oh my God, Che Guevara and the romance of revolution.
Yes.
But as you grow up in life, you realize that this is not the way to live in this world. Because everybody then will say, I am going for personal justice. Imagine if all the Dalits pick up guns and start killing all upper caste people. Right? Imagine all those people who have lost in 2014 elections, they pick up guns and they start shooting people who won. They say, no, we want personal justice. It cannot be like that. You know, if it is about somebody came and killed Indira Gandhi, that was personal justice. Somebody came, killed Rajiv Gandhi, that was personal justice. Then when Indira Gandhi died, then lots of Hindus started killing Sikhs, Congress goons basically in Delhi. I was there in front of my eyes. So all riots happen because people think it's personal justice, isn't it?
Yes.
But is that a human way of living in this world?
Okay.
When in a democracy, when you have a judiciary, when you have a justice system, then why anybody has to pick up guns? There is no logic. I am surprised that a lot of intellectuals like to debate this and discuss this. There is no logic in this world. It is beyond debate. It cannot be debated. This is undisputable. There cannot be a difference of opinion on this. Any kind of violence is wrong, is incorrect, illegal. It's illegal. It cannot be done. You just can't go and kill somebody. And what evils, let's understand this. If they are really fighting for against the evils of the society, why do they blow up schools?
Okay.
Why do they blow up roads?
Okay.
Why do they blow up hospitals? Why do they? Let me tell you some incidents. A small kid, 1.5-year-old, one and a half year old, they go to the house, they think the father is an informer. They go bring the family out, take this child out from the parents, put him on the ground, take a big hammer, break open his skull, cut his stomach, take his intestine out, throw the intestine in front of parents in bonfire, and then they dance and celebrate. Do you call it, do you think they are fighting evil?
Yes.
All these young boys who were,
those,
all these young boys who were shouting, अफजल गुरु एक मारोगे 100 निकलेंगे और पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद भारत के टुकड़े हों, do you think they are fighting any social evil? People who buy social evil, do they stay in JNU on tax funders money for 10, 15 years? People who have to fight evils, they go and walk in villages.
How many forms these urban Naxals are in the society?
How many?
How many forms? I mean, how many ways?
Yeah,
How many
okay.
departments?
देखिए, how does it work? These people extort money from jungles, okay, to the tune of 11,000 crore rupees and more, I am sure. This money, with this money, they open front organizations. For example, Kabir Kala Manch. You will think they are doing some cultural thing. They are not. Imagine this guy who was arrested yesterday. He was part of government policy making. He was part of the central government think tank. The lawyers, the professors, legal activism. Do you think these people who go at midnight and they get the Supreme Court open, it's done free? Who's paying for it? All this Narmada Bachao Andolan, who has been funding these? So most of these agitations, protests, Dalit protests, they are all funded by the extortion money, the blood money. And they come in forms of lawyers, labor, intellectuals, Dalit activism, and historians, political scientists, policy makers. But they can be engineers, doctors, all kinds of people are there. But the most dangerous is, I'm sorry sitting here and saying this, is the media, which works as a front organization for Naxalism.
Some of the media.
Some of the media, not all. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you, only because of 7-8 people. I always say that some hard-working, sincere, very honest journalists work there for meager salaries of 20,000-30,000 in heat and rain. We must salute them. We must respect them. Wherever I go, I talk about them very highly. It's because of some 7-8 corrupt people at the top who you see every night.
Yeah, I have seen your words in Raju Malhotra's interview. Lutyens WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
You mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
Some of the names are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you explain about that? Lutyens WhatsApp group. What is all this?
See, Lutyens Delhi, basically, Lutyens Delhi is a symbol or metaphor. It's of people who have made their kothis, means big bungalows over there, out of Congress corrupt money, right? And these people work like middlemen, the brokers, power brokers. So they are called Lutyens, this thing. Now, initially I used to call all those things, but then ultimately now they are all here. So what? See, they have a network. You must have noticed something happens and all these intellectuals, the media people.
Yes.
In next 10 minutes, all of them write the same language, same expression.
Yes.
How is it possible? So they work on a WhatsApp group. I know about these groups. So on WhatsApp group, all they do is how to attack India, how to attack Hindu culture,
Is it true? They work
how
on
to attack
WhatsApp
Modi, and
Is it true? They work on WhatsApp group? I mean,
of course,
the
yes,
same ideology.
of course. WhatsApp group, Twitter groups, different groups,
Whatever,
but they have a big, strong communication channels.
And Bhima Koregaon violence is turning into some dangerous levels, I think. The Maoist letter has come out and you have tweeted, they want to wage an armed war against the state. The Naxals are trying to war against the state. I mean, that is what your intention is. Can you explain? Can you elaborate that? I mean, what is your intention?
So they want a armed revolution in this country. And how will they achieve this armed revolution? First, they will create an atmosphere of chaos and conflict. Right? So that everybody feels that the citizens get confused and they say, oh my God, everything is wrong. And what happened during Arvind Kejriwal's this thing? I was part of that. I supported them.
Yes, yes.
What happened during Arvind Kejriwal? Everybody started believing that if something is terribly wrong, everything should change, this and that, you know. And we figured out that the man who was running that campaign actually was an Naxal. Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal is a great example of urban Naxal.
Oh.
Where does all this money come to AAP from? Have you ever thought about it? Who are their funders? Who funds them?
Okay, that is a public funding, you know.
Of course, public, that's what I'm saying. They are invisible enemies of the country. You won't even know what is happening. Now there is a very
and do you have any evidence? I mean,
I'll no, see, everything is I am not police, I am not CID.
Okay.
I cannot go, yes, whatever evidence I have written in the book.
Okay.
Okay, I have written in detail whatever the money, where it comes from, who are the funders and how the whole thing works out. But I cannot go and collect. But after I wrote the book, in 5 days, they arrested 5 people with evidence. That is my contribution.
oh.
I am not police. What is, like tomorrow you come out with a news, you raise questions, somebody will say, why you go and arrest that person? You can't do that.
And in this book, I have quoted, I mean, I have underlined the statement you have given. Dalit problem is a manufactured issue.
It is.
It is?
Of course, it is this Dalit politics, not Dalit issue.
Yeah, Dalit problem.
See, we have to understand. There is a difference between Ambedkar and Ambedkarism.
Oh, what is the difference?
The difference is that Ambedkar is a thought. Ambedkar is a concept. Ambedkar is a principle. Ambedkarism is a political tool.
Okay.
Which is being used for political agenda. Right? So, to say that Dalits have a problem in this country, it's manufactured. Absolutely manufactured. Of course, they have problems, they have had problems, but the question to be asked should be that in last 70 years after freedom, the problem has gone down, the oppression has gone down or gone up. Right. If the trend is like this.
Finally, what is the objective of Vivek Agnihotri?
See, I don't know. I am at a stage in life where my only answer to life is I don't know. Only 3 words. And these are the 3 words which have become the founding reason for my spiritual journey, for my quest and my passion for rediscovering India.
And I missed one question to ask you actually. You just remembered me. You were saying in one interview or somewhere in talk the word, you are against to the word Hindu Rashtra.
Yeah.
And you are also against to the word secular politics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is it all about? Hindu Rashtra को against है and at the same time secular बोले तो against है.
देखिए मैं मेरा पर्सनल बिलीफ है कि वर्ल्ड में जो इंडियन सोसाइटी है, समाज जो है वो सबसे पावरफुल समाज है, सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग। इतनी आबादी, इतनी गरीबी, इतनी गर्मी, इतनी समस्याएं विश्व के किसी और समाज के ऊपर डाल के देखिए, आप कोलैप्स हो जाएंगे। इतने रिलीजन्स, इतने सबसेक्ट्स एंड बिलीफ्स आप डाल के देखिए, कोलैप्स हो जाएंगे। आप अमेरिका में पॉलिटिक्स चलाइए एक स्टेट को डिवाइड करने की, तेलंगाना, आंध्र प्रदेश जैसी 20 साल तक, और आप देखिए कंट्री कोलैप्स हो जाएगी। मैं आपको लिख के दे सकता हूं जिस तरह के एजिटेशंस हमारे यहाँ रोज होते रहते हैं, जिस दिन उस तरह के एजिटेशंस और प्रोटेस्ट अमेरिका वर्ल्ड की सबसे पावरफुल कंट्री में चालू हो जाएगा, अमेरिका विल कोलैप्स। राष्ट्र है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, राष्ट्र है लॉ दैट कैन बी चेंज्ड। समझिए कल को कोई और आ गया और उसने कहा कि इसको चेंज करो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, समझो इंडिया में कोई डिक्टेटर, कल हटाओ हिंदू राष्ट्र को चेंज करो, ये पहले हो चुका है, प्रेसिडेंस है, अब इसको क्रिश्चियन राष्ट्र बना दो, अब इसको इस्लामिक राष्ट्र बना दो। दैट इज द डेंजर।
That is a danger, yeah.
Right? But when you make a strong society which is based on Hindu culture, that can't change. है ना? कोई आके आपसे ये तो नहीं बोल सकता है कि क्या ईश्वर की कल्पना करना बंद कर दो, कोई ये तो नहीं बोल सकता परिवार को तोड़ दो. तो जो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं हिंदुइज्म की और जो हम प्रकृति को साथ में लेकर चलने की, उसको तो नहीं तोड़ सकता कोई. तो ये सेल्फ गवर्न होना चाहिए. दूसरा सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज क्या है कि आपको सरकार पे बिल्कुल आश्रित नहीं होना चाहिए. सरकार हमारे अधीन होनी चाहिए, हम सरकार के अधीन नहीं होने चाहिए. लेकिन हम ये लेफ्टिस्ट पॉलिटिक्स जो पिछले 60-70 साल में कांग्रेस ने इस कंट्री में जो इंट्रोड्यूस की, हर चीज के लिए उन्होंने सिटीजन को मोहताज बना दिया सरकार का, हर चीज के लिए. वर्ल्ड में कहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. लोग पॉलिटिशियंस को गाली देते हैं, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है. लोग फिल्म सब पुलिस को भी गाली देते हैं दुनिया में, ऐसा नहीं है. लेकिन वो बहुत कम मात्रा में देते हैं. हमारे हर चीज के लिए सरकार को गाली, पॉलिटिशियंस को गाली, हर समय पुलिस को गाली. ठीक है, करप्ट पॉलिटिशियंस हैं, लेकिन एक दिन के लिए कोई पॉलिटिशियन बन के दिखा दे, मैं उसके चरण धो के पी लूंगा. ये लेफ्टिस्ट पॉलिटिक्स है, ये लेफ्टिस्ट थिंकिंग है, कम्युनिस्ट थिंकिंग है. बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल्स एवरीथिंग, सो देयर ओनली थिंग इज अटैक गवर्नमेंट, अटैक गवर्नमेंट. हमें किस चीज का रेवोल्यूशन चाहिए? वर्ल्ड की सबसे लिबरल सोसाइटी है हम, सबसे एक्सेप्टिंग सोसाइटी. हमें किस चीज से रेवोल्यूशन चाहिए? हमें किसी चीज से आज़ादी नहीं चाहिए. हमको आज़ादी आज चाहिए तो इस तरह की नेगेटिव और डिस्ट्रक्टिव थिंकिंग से.
Right, sir. Thank you very much, Vivek Agnihotri ji.
Thank you.
All the best to you. The best.
And let me also thank you and let me congratulate you. मैं, आप जानते हैं, मैं बहुत टीवी स्टूडियोज में बुलाते हैं, बीच में बंद कर दिया था, अभी कुछ जाना. This is the first time I am surprised that somebody has sat with such researched, well thought out questions. If we have more journalists like this, then this country definitely has a great future in journalism, the fourth pillar of this country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's break.